Hi everyone, so it's Project Life time again. So this week is the week of the 20th of April until the 26th. And before this week happened, I knew it was going to be really busy, so I didn't actually expect to get many photos, but managed to kind of claw together some sort of week to kind of put together in this. So I'm just starting with my title page or my title card. So again, I'm doing my 3x4 sort of plain card and using my washi tape and just some pictures. So I picked like a little spring basket because we actually had some really good weather this week, so it was nice to sort of use sort of get a touch of spring in there. And then I'm quite liking using my highlighters to write the date and then going over it in a black pen to sort of make it stand out. So yeah, just writing the dates on there. This week I did actually use my guillotine, my paper cutter, so my photos are a lot straighter this week, so I'm going to continue doing that. Even though it takes a lot more time, it does make it a lot neater, so yeah. So this first photo, I was doing exam invigilating again this week, and this exam on the Monday was 4 hours long, so it was a 2.5 hour exam, but the student had 50% extra time, so it ended up being about 4 hours, which was a really long slog. And then this photo here, I came home that night and there were two cats sat on the fence. I think they'd had a little bit of a fight, but they were sort of squaring up to each other, which was really fun to watch. And then this photo here is just my dog sitting by the back door. I just really liked the way it looked, so I thought I'd snap a picture. And also that's how she was sitting when she was watching the cats on the evening before. She wanted to go out to them and play with them, but we didn't let her. And then that card that said shock everyone, make it happen, I didn't really like the wording on that, so I just flipped it over to see the paper side or the printed side. And then these next few photos, so I went out for a really early walk. I was out about 7:30 just because of invigilating, and they were long old days last week, so it was nice to kind of get out and get some movement. And then someone gave me these chocolates for helping them out. I didn't expect any chocolates, but they are my favourite chocolates, so I I wasn't going to say no to them. And then this photo here, I do some homeschooling with a family, and we could sit outside. It was really nice and sunny and warm, so we sat outside, and we are currently reading Harry Potter as part of their sort of learning and doing some stuff based around that. So yeah, that was really nice to be sat out in the sunshine reading some Harry Potter. And then this card here, I decided to sort of make I didn't really have a theme for this week with the cutter part, so I sort of just wanted like pretty patterns. So I found these tags. I think they're a Simple Stories collection, but I'm not sure which one. But they're a little bit smaller than 3x4, so I'm just sticking them onto a bigger bit of card so that they don't sort of get lost in the pocket sort of thing. So yeah, that's the end of the first half of the week. So on to the second half. So this first photo, again, I'm using another sort of tag thing from Simple Stories. I lost it on my desk. I really need to get a bigger desk or do it at the dining table rather than on my computer desk. So again, because it's a bit smaller, and I really like the bright orange of this and the dragonfly on it. So yeah, just putting that in the top pocket. And then obviously I had a bit of trouble getting this one in. And then because it had been such a long week, on the Friday evening, my boyfriend volunteered to watch the Lizzie McGuire movie because I've been rewatching the series, and we had waffles and ice cream for pudding, which was just really nice. And the weather at the weekend was absolutely lovely, so we did a really long walk, and this walk actually ended up being quite dramatic, but I won't go into that. Just something to do with my partner's work, because on the Sunday he was off to Toronto for work. So that's just a picture of his flight path. You can see sort of which is his plane highlighted, but when you're looking at it close up, but you can't really see it on here. And then this one here, I'm turning this into a journal card, and this is the reason why I need to use my guillotine more, because I've just cut that down to size and it's so wonky that then when I'm trying to stick the washi tape on, it just completely goes to pieces and I can't get it straight. So yeah, I need to learn to use my guillotine more. But yeah, I'm just using the blue cloud or the blue sky with the clouds because it sort of matches the blue skies from the week, which has been lovely. So yeah, it was a very busy week. Sort of I did a lot of invigilating, a lot of tutoring, but sort of managed a little bit of downtime as well. And then on the Sunday was a year since my aunt and uncle got married. They've been together for over 40 years, and yeah, last year they decided to get married to keep things tidy, as my uncle liked to say. So they came round for some food and we had some prosecco in the garden, which was really nice. And then after they went home, had a little Sunday afternoon, evening, chilling on the sofa watching some films. So yeah, that was really nice. And that's it for this week, and I will see you in the next one.